Great news! You've just been hired by a market research company to develop a scientific experiment to test the claim seen in an advertisement on TV, a magazine, or internet. Your project may be done in a Google Doc, presentation, or poster. If you decide to use a Google Doc or presentation, please turn it in on Google Classroom. So, task one, you're going to choose your ad claim. So, first decide which advertising claim that you would like to test. Select an advertisement from the examples provided by the teacher, or choose your own from the internet. Please get approval first, so just send an email and with your picture and your explanation if you wanted to choose your own. I have the slideshow here posted in Classroom and also right here, so you can see all the different ads. And there's a video that goes with it, so if you need help figuring out exactly which ad to choose, you can watch that video. After you choose which ad you want to do, you're going to insert an image in the space and you're going to describe the claim that the advertiser is making. Task two, you're going to design your experiment, which is like a rough draft on how you would work out all the parts of the experiment. So you're going to use this template to include a title. Make sure the title reads the effect of the IV on the DV. Okay, so there's an example in the notes posted for this week. So if you wanted to refer to that completed EDD, you can do that. It's the experimental design diagram. So you can look at that to get more help on this. The problem, you just take that title and write it as a question. Okay, so like, what is the effect of the IV on the DV? The hypothesis, we're going to say the if, then, because format, like we've talked about in class. And, you're just going to say the claim and describe that. The independent variable, the one thing that you're changing, just list that. Dependent variable, the thing that you are observing or measuring. And you might want to include how you're going to do that. If you're measuring in centimeters or grams, that would be a good idea to put that information in this box. The levels of the independent variable, you're going to have 4 different test groups. One is called the control group, and then the other 3 have those different levels of the independent variable. We did a sample in class, and there's also one completed in your notes for this week. The number of trials, you're going to decide how many trials would be good to test to make sure the advertisement is valid. Your control group, you're going to explain what that part is of the experiment, just kind of say the purpose of it and what you're going to do to compare. Constants, you're going to include at least 5 things that you're going to keep the same in all of these different groups up here. So the constants are the same in all of these groups. All right, this is the very important part of the procedure where you're going to explain a step-by-step how you will conduct your experiment. Be sure to include your repeated trials and be specific with all parts of this. So you want to be able to give it to another student and have them actually do your procedure. So make sure you write it in such a way that someone else could actually carry out that same experiment. Sort of like writing a recipe, you want to make sure your recipe includes amounts and a lot of details of what the ingredients are, the materials, okay? So make sure you spend time, and 10 would be good to try to get at least 10. You can always add more if you need it. And then you're going to have a little explanation here, how you're going to collect your data and graph your results. Include a data table. And again, you can look at your notes for this week if you forgot how to do a data table. So just, you're going to insert your own data table. And the best way to do that is to go up here and you can just create as many boxes as you need. And that way you can fill it out. Okay. So you always go back to that insert table and then you can create it. Okay. At the end, you're going to create your final project, which is going to be in a Google Doc, a presentation, or a poster. And then you may or may not be presenting it to the class. We'll see how much time we have, but just be prepared to do that. Okay? If you have any questions, please email me. All right. Have a great day, guys.